All right. All right. This one has been requested. Luckily, I was going to do a video like this anyway, so I already had a little brainstorming session going anyway. Pretty much today, I'm going to be breaking down the meta ads framework for clothing brands. This will work for other brands as well, but I run it for my clothing brand, and it's been successful to say the least for me. Most of my ads average like a 4 ROAS across the board, which is really good. But the ads are really important. The ad creatives are really important, but the setup matters as well. Not as much as the creatives, but I'm going to be showing you the setup first, and then maybe in another video I'll show you how the actual creatives work. Right? I'm giving you the source. I don't have a course to sell. I'm just going to show you exactly how it is. So please just leave a like and drop a comment in support of me. Hit the subscribe. That's all I ask. I'm not here to sell you anything. You can go watch these over-edited videos and you'll get absolutely nothing from them besides like some beginner knowledge, right? This is what I have learned over years of running meta ads, and they've only gotten more complicated. So I'm gonna walk you through them today. It's gonna show you how to set up, run, and scale the meta ads. Follow each section, and I'm pretty much gonna show you. I'm going to teach you the ins and outs. You watch this video, you put it on your second monitor while you're eating some food. I guarantee you'll be a meta ads monster after this video finishes. So obviously they're important for your clothing brand because you can, organic is great because it builds awareness, but ads drive consistent, scalable sales. One day you could wake up and your, organic method just no longer works because the algorithm said, no, whatever, we don't like this guy, right? Ads are always consistent or more consistent. Sometimes they have fluctuations day to day, but month to month they're a lot more consistent than organic. Using both is really great, but I'll explain that. You can reach new cold audiences daily because once you build up that organic reach, and I don't know, you try and post a video, it's going to go to the same people first every single time. That's how the algorithms work, unless you do trial reels or something like that. Whatever, bunch of fucking nonsense. Meta's algorithm has been around for years. It's gotten better and it's gotten worse, but it knows which people are most likely to purchase, like the video, or that sort of thing. Predictable revenue for drops and restocks, which is really important, and you can scale beyond your existing followers. You can get, if people aren't gonna press buy, they might follow you, and right, so it's better than nothing, that sort of thing. So these are the 3 objectives for clothing brands, right? The first one is going to be the most important, which is sales ads, right? This is what I want you to be running ideally straight off the bat. Your goal is going to be purchases or sales, and this is going to be for your launches, your restocks, and your evergreen products. Your most popular products, you're going to run 24/7 sales ads on them. They're optimized for conversions. They're optimized for making you money and getting you the cheapest possible conversions, whether that is $50 or $5. It's really going to depend. Engagement ads are also... sometimes these are all right. At the end of the day, most of them are just going to be bots and they're just going to be shit stuff. But, if you're just starting out and you have a decent video to put out and show people, sure, do engagement ads and then you can retarget them later. And if you already have some viral content, that's also really good. And it warms your audiences. These people who watch your videos, go to your website afterwards, they're more likely to buy. So Meta's going to target them further down the track when you do sales ads. Last one is lead ads. Now, I wouldn't always recommend doing these. These lead ads are for when you're about to do a drop and you want to get up like a few SMS things. This is what I do, but I don't use lead ads. I use sales ads with a custom conversion event for leaving their number down. But lead ads, sort of similar, but sales ads are a little bit better, but I'll explain that in another video deeper. But obviously capture your phone email, join the early access list. These and these go hand in hand. This one's a little bit separate, but these are great if you don't have that SMS list set up already and you can pay for it. It's like $1.50 for me in Australian dollars per SMS sign up. But I've been doing this for ages and I've got optimized creatives and everything. I know what works. But yeah, most brands should focus 80 to 90% of their spend on the sales ads, and then while you're running it on one product, you can do your run up your lead ads on another one. So how much should you spend per day is a big question. The simple rule, and what everyone really goes by, is the daily budget is your target sales. So however many sales you want per day, whatever you got the stock for, times your target CPA. So I want 10 sales a day. My target CPA is $15 and $150 a day. Obviously, if you're just starting out, $150 a day, well, Meta never ever just spends $150 a day. It usually will be like 200 and something. I would highly suggest starting really small. I'm not on a major amount. I'm on maybe 150 a day at the moment, until I get more products in and more inventory. It's just been Chinese New Year, so your budget must allow the creative testing. So sometimes there's more equations that you can do per, how many creatives you have. But I'll show you the system I use and the sort of budgets I do. Ads obviously need the data to optimize, right? Think of it like a car, right? Facebook ads is a car, a real nice car, beautiful car. You need to put fuel in it. That is your budget, right? And your creatives are your tires. Every now and then you'll have to switch out your tires, but not as much as you have to pump in new fuel, right? Understand? There's a few analogies that work well. So this is the simple clothing brand ad structure that I would highly recommend. People say, oh, use CBO, use ABO, this is what I use. It might work better for some people who are scaling real high with big budgets. It might work better for them. This is my video, bro. I'm going to show you what works for me. First of all, your campaign is a sales campaign. You have it into ad set, not campaign budget optimized. You have it into ad set budget optimized, and turn off that little checkbox below saying share it with other ad sets. Don't do that, right? Ad set 1. I have this as static ads. Now, these static ads, they're very important, right? They are very, very important. You got to think of it as a funnel, right? You obviously know what a funnel is. It kind of looks like this, right? You capture a lot of stuff here, but you don't get a lot of stuff here, and there's usually a filter at the bottom here that gets to here, and this is where your sales are, right? Your static ads will be your highest converting because of your video ads. Usually, Facebook will push the video ads first. They'll push them first because it's videos, they're quick, and that's where you got to build them so they kind of work hand in hand with your static ads. So static ads are a picture of your shirt laying flat, a nice, beautiful flat lay, right? Get AI to make it. That sort of thing. That is what your static ads should be. Your static ads shouldn't be a model picture. Your videos should be a model UGC. Turn it into a video, one of your pictures into a videos with AI. Do whatever, bro. But, right, your static ads are going to be the one where it catches them here, and the video is going to be the one that captures them here. So important are these two. They are both as important as each other, but these ones are a little bit more important in their own way, right? You still want to make these videos engaging. You want to have like a good hook. Just do UGC models, bro. Do not do all this bullshit unless it fits your brand, where you're going, oh, this is why our t-shirts are worth so-and-so dollars. This is why we make the best cartoon shirts ever, whatever, right? If it suits your brand, sure. It doesn't suit my brand for me to have a face and going, hey, we use so-and-so cotton and this is responsibly sourced. Shut the fuck up, all right? Make a nice flat lay video. Make a nice transition video, right? And then do the same with the static ads. Separate them by ad set, and maybe put like your static ads $50 a day, and I don't know, your video ads, $30 a day, just to start out and see how it goes and give a little bit of a test. You can always start with your static ads, and then later on in a few weeks, once you've got some sales data, then you can make some more video ads and post them later. You don't have to post them at the same time. I would also recommend not. Broad targeting only, right? Please do not target interests, especially if you're starting out. Go broad. I've been doing this for a few years, and I still do broad. I still do broad every single time. If you're doing a retargeting campaign, which you don't need to worry about right now, then you can use something else that isn't broad. But broad targeting every single time makes it so much easier, and let Meta do the work, right? I always had these issues with saying, oh, I want to target people who like black hoodies or oversized streetwear. Don't fuck with that. Let Meta do it, and do not control the algorithm. No interest, no lookalikes. If you don't know what that word is, don't stress about it. Fully broad, just leave it how it is. Now, the targeting settings, obviously broad, no interest, no manual controls. Placements, this is what you want to disable, right? As a clothing brand, you do not run on Audience Network. That is full of bots. Meta has had an ad problem on Audience Network for so long. They inflate it. Audience network is like those pop-up ads that, might play on apps or something that has a real tiny X in the corner, right? That sort of thing. Shitty traffic. You want to turn off threads. Chances are most of your customers are shopping on Instagram and Facebook anyway, if they are on Facebook. And turn off Messenger, get rid of them, and keep all your, your real important ones, like these ones. Only keep these ones here. Look, you can say, oh, but, these will probably get low spend anyway, but it's just not worth it. Please, if you want to run it how I run it, do it like that. Keep placements where people actually discover clothing. Run up these, I don't know, just don't run them up, right? So this is a creative testing setup. I run 5 static ads. I mean, it really depends what my budget is, but my budget is at least, $50, $60 or something. If I was starting, I'd run 5 static ads. I'd make 20 static ads and I would take the best 5. I would be really brutal with them and take the best 5. Clean garment images, no product only shots, no models, and then focus on the design. The ad set 2 video ads, 5 video ads, UGC style, lifestyle clips, solo garment shots with movement, right? You want to have videos and static. That's really important. Now, feel free to drop me a comment if any of this is confusing, and I'll try my best to write back right away. So this is your high converting copy. This doesn't matter as much for clothing brands as you may think. If you have a blank white t-shirt, yes, your copy is going to matter. But if your design does the speaking for you, if you have a really fucking cool design, and it's not just you who thinks that, lots of other people think that, then you don't need good copy, right? The creative is your copy in most instances with the clothing brand. So your call to action is always going to be shop now, unless you have an SMS page, and that will be sign up, right? Those are the only ones I'd use. This isn't drop shipping. We're not doing learn more. We're not doing anything like that. You can show a product benefit, if it needs to, but most of the time just have something like, look, free shipping, live now, only a few pieces left. Create a little bit of urgency. For example, this is one of mine, that sort of thing, right? Shop now for sale, sign up for SMS. Pretty simple stuff, right? And if you have a good creative, it will do 90% of the lifting for you, at least in my case. Scaling your winning ads, right? If you get to this point, congratulations. But also you will be suffering from success, because Meta is a volatile as fuck algorithm, all right? Be careful with how much you raise the budget. Please increase the budget slowly. And when it says add more creatives, please do not just keep adding thousands and thousands and thousands. If it is working, do not touch it. If it ain't broke, do not fix it, right? Add more creatives by adding another ad set, which has worked well for me. It might not work well for you, really depends. Duplicating the new campaigns, I probably wouldn't do that, but I just put that there, just, have a good little idea. Increase budget 20 to 30% at a time. 30% if it's going really well, 20% if it's pretty good. I'd just keep it at about 20% if you're just starting out. But I would let the ads run for like a good 2 or 3 weeks before I look at, running it up like properly. If you're at low spend, if you're going from like $30 to $80, do it slowly, slow and steady. It's a marathon with ads. It's not a sprint, right? Keep winners running. Replace the weak creatives. Yes, you can sort of do it like that. And the best clothing brands constantly feed the algorithm new creatives. Yes, but only if they need to. If you see you're on a downward trend like this, and it's not like a up and down. You look after the last 2-3 months and it's like this, add more creatives. You need them. But right, you do not want to waste your money and replace your tires too soon. You don't want to be going to replace your brakes and then go, holy shit, could have ran this for so much longer. Now it's just a waste of my time, and it's a waste of, my car. And now I've got to break in new brakes, right? That sort of thing. So this is the main rule, right? These are the rules. Creative is the targeting. People all throw around all these terms, Andromeda or Facebook AI and all this sort of thing. Your creative is the targeting. Do not turn on any of the AI enhancements. that Meta has? Not a single one. You should not turn on a single one. Supporting principles, obviously, great visuals beat complex targeting. Every day of the week, you got to do the targeting with the creative. Your videos, remember videos, statics, website, call to action, shop now, that sort of thing. Let the algorithm do the heavy work. There's a finesse to it, but I promise you can only watch so many videos like this until you actually go in and do it. Is the easiest way. If you want a rundown of my Meta Ads Manager, let me know and I'll take you through my Meta Ads Manager. I will show you my results, my sales, my ROAS, what's under the hood of my car. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Drop a like. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.